Well guys, I know it's hard to believe, but we are well into the month of September. Vogue's September issue has been out for weeks now, and retail has been rotating in their fall looks since like the day after the first official day of summer. So I thought I'd make a fall lookbook for you. I don't have beaucoup bucks to spend on an entire new fall wardrobe. So this is more of a how I'm making items of clothing I already own, as well as a few new things I bought and or thrifted work for fall 2019. I've noticed a few new trends cropping up this season and sneakily implemented some of those trends into what I wore in San Francisco a few weeks ago. Clever, right? Friday, my mom and I arrived in San Francisco, checked into our bed and breakfast, and walked around the Mission District in the latter part of the afternoon. With a reboot of Gossip Girl in the works, I pulled inspiration from the classic prep girl style and wore this yellow plaid miniskirt with a hot pink knit polo. To incorporate the 90s, which has been a popular trend for the past year or so, I wore my Nike Air Force Ones, but paired them with sparkly sheer socks for a schoolgirl twist. My neon pink polo is also pretty 90s, as well as this amazing vintage Prada nylon bag, which I found on eBay for $60. To channel my inner Blair Waldorf, I accessorized with a puffy velour headband. I like to think of this outfit as Cher Horowitz meets Blair Waldorf. But there are so many different directions you can take this outfit in, using the skirt as your base to build on. With the upcoming release of Little Women, we're seeing lots of romantic prairie-type blouses with structured necklines and puffy sleeves. You can also dress it up with a turtleneck or wrap top and heels, or dress it down with a t-shirt and sneakers. Saturday, we did tea tasting at Song Tea and walked around Lower Pacific Heights and Japantown. I was still on that 90s train and partying like it was 1999 or whatever, and wore this midi-length slip dress over a slim ribbed crew neck top. The midi dress has this fabulous disco stripe pattern that feels very fall and wintry to me. I love the versatility of a slip dress and have seen it worn a multitude of ways. As a skirt, over jeans, and with a jacket over it. I accessorized with this choker my friend Hannah made me. For shoes, I wore these white Birkenstocks that remind me of Dr. Scholl's classic sandals from the 90s. I twisted my hair into two low baby buns and added these funky pom-pom hair ties that serendipitously matched the pinks in my dress. To top off my, say it with me, 90s look, I wore these narrow lens sunglasses and my Prada nylon bag. I don't think I've ever felt more like Phoebe Buffay in an outfit. My mom and I started Sunday morning off with yoga on the beach. When I asked on Instagram if you wanted to see me style something specific in this lookbook, some of you said you wanted to see how I style athleisure. I love the look of a dressier t-shirt tucked into a pair of baggy nylon shorts. Keyword dressier t-shirt, or else you'll end up looking like one of those kids at Disneyland with overprotective parents who have them wearing a backpack with a safety leash so they don't lose them. I wore this mustard graphic tee to offset any gym shorts vibes given off by these blue nylon shorts. I topped it off with this vintage denim bucket hat that looks almost identical to a bucket hat I had when I was 5. I'll insert a picture here. A fanny pack, which is another trend that's been with us for well over a year and is arguably one of the most user-friendly function over form trends to have ever existed. To me, if worn the right way, a fanny pack is one of those things where it's so ugly it looks cute. I 100% stand by it in case you're wondering. And my trusty white Birks. Later that day, my mom and I saw a movie, so using the same tee as the control in my scientific experiment of my outfit, I dressed up the look with a wrap skirt. As you can tell from the morning's look, I love pairing contrasting, almost clashing elements in an outfit to create a somewhat nerdy, hopefully somewhat effortlessly, for lack of a better word, cool aesthetic. I fell in love with these thick indigo dyed socks that say big business on them, and wore them with these cream colored slingbacks and a rainbow beaded necklace. I tied together the beads in the necklace with my favorite Susan Alexandra crossbody that literally fits 2 things in it, but at least it looks cute, am I right ladies? I have to say this was one of my favorite outfits from the trip. Monday, my mom and I went to the SF MoMA and then to Chinatown. Both places have tons of color, and I wanted to match the vibrant locations by wearing something bright myself. I paired these hot pink trousers with a short-sleeved sweater. The sweet heart pattern on the sweater reminds me of something vintage from the 60s. I love the whimsy the oversized bow of these slides brought to the look. Topping off the colorful outfit, I wore my beloved Susan Alexandra crossbody again. Tuesday was our last day in San Francisco. As much as I love dressing up, I also love a good casual day. To be honest with you, I tend to dress more casually, like a potato, on a day-to-day basis than dressy. I went for a cozy, monochromatic look in this yummy oatmeal color. I found this Creatures of Comfort oversized sweater vest thing secondhand at Crossroads, and I'm too modest to wear it alone, so I layered it over a mesh turtleneck, which is something else I would never wear alone, but actually works out well because you want an extra layer of fabric to stay warm in the fall. The back of the vest has these ties, which are a nice touch. I was originally going to wear these beige slides, but I actually got a blister on my toe from Sunday's leanbacks, so wearing the slides I hadn't yet broken in were not gonna happen. Short story, this Coach purse is my first thrift store find ever, and remains to this day the best thrift store find I've ever scored. I got this baby for $10, which is just about the same price as a piece of avocado toast in San Francisco. I accessorized with these pink shell earrings and chunky heart charm necklace. I must admit, this was one of those outfits I put together in my head, and I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but I actually really loved the way it came together. And those are all the fall looks I have for you. I tried to mix up the styles so that there's a little something for everyone, and I hope these looks gave you inspiration for putting together outfits for the fall. If they didn't, then, well, anyway, putting together outfits for different occasions is one of my favorite things to do in the world, so I had fun at least. Comment down below what you're looking forward to wearing this fall. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it the good old thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!